everybody. You're strapping in. I'm JJ Harrison alongside Tacey Schaefer, and we are in Ellensburg, Washington, and it's one of the greatest rodeos. Not only is it a great rodeo, it's just a great place to be. This episode, we're going to take you a little bit behind the scenes on what I do. I want to show you just a little bit about my day job.
It was so much fun to watch JJ at the rodeo, but one of my favorite parts was we were able to go to the Yakima Indian Village, where we actually learned how to do a little bit of Native American dancing, and JJ, he had a little bit of rhythm.
I can bring it. I can bring a little bit of rhythm.
We went fly fishing at Red's Fly Shop on the Yakima River. That was also incredible. It was our first time fly fishing.
Yeah, and you know what? We're on the Davis Show Carnival right now. I tell you what, you strapped in. We got to get off. It's time. The rodeo clown job has been around for a long time, and there's a lot of people that do it a lot of different ways, and I feel very strongly that my role is to entertain across the board, and I think that rodeo is evolved in a lot of ways. The rodeo entertainer, as I see it, really has made a lot of changes to carry the show in between all the inevitable lulls. So my job is basically to be a stand-up comedian on the most dangerous stage in the planet. So it might be, hey, we're hung up, be funny, do something right now. And then you start into your knock joke, and all of a sudden, oh, shut up, we're done, we got everything's going again. So you fill lulls. And with my job, I've always said it, I'm like salt. A little bit of me and everything is better, but too much of me and you got thrown away. So I really stay positive and stay up, because if you think about it, everywhere I go, it is one of those weekends that's the biggest of the year. Volunteers have put in countless hundreds and hundreds of hours. People are excited to have me there. There's a real greeting that comes with it, because I'm a part of this thing that they've been working so hard for. And then here comes the event, bam, bam, bam. It's energy, it's comedy, it's fun, and it's great. And you can stay up on that. You can ride that wave of energy. And then, when it's time to close the porta potties down and shut everything down, guess what? I'm off to the next one. I don't script things. I don't have a set thing an agenda that I'm gonna do. And a lot of times with comedians and with entertainers, they've got a playlist, a set list, they've got what they're gonna do. Mine is total off the cuff free roll. And so, man, I'm nervous right before a rodeo. Even 10 years of doing this job, I'm still nervous right before every rodeo, because I don't really know what's going to happen. There has to be that quiet time, and with me, it's anything from the time I'm putting my makeup on or getting dressed or getting changed. But there is that moment where you've got to separate yourself and really get into your own thoughts. A big part of my job is physical, so I need to remember to stretch. And I love anybody that comes up to me that wants a piece of my time. I want to give it to them. And there's traces of my soul all over the country. I understand that I'm popular in that very brief moment of that person's life. So why don't I do everything I can to fulfill all of their need, all of their entertainment value, if you will, for that split second. Do a good job in that small window. One lady one time, she was a bigger lady, and she came up and she said, "Oh, sweetie, I lost 25 pounds just watching you run around." And I thought, that's funny, that stuff makes me laugh. And rodeo's a unique sport. I think it's America's original extreme sport, and I'm proud to have been a part of it. I'm proud to be able to say I've worked in national finals rodeo, that I've worked Denver, Reno, Ellensburg. But my biggest feather in my hat, to me, is that I've gone to these rodeos, and I've been the rodeo clown there for 5, 6, 7, even 10 years in Sisters, Oregon. They've wanted to keep me. I think hard work pays off, and it certainly paid off for me. This career has been more than I ever could have expected it to be. Doesn't matter what you call me, one thing I will guarantee, when you walk away from me, you're gonna feel better not only about me, you're gonna feel better about yourself too. That's my goal. I wanna be a positive guy. Heck, like Charles Barkley said, I'm not a role model, I'm willing to take it on. I wanna be one.
Pond 5.
coming up on Strapping In. The culture, the history of the Indian village is massive.
Pond 5.
Hey everybody, you're strapped in right here in Ellensburg, Washington, and we have found one of the most incredible parts of this rodeo, and that is the one and only Indian Village. Now, this is the pageantry, the culture, the history of the Indian Village is massive, and I mean, it kind of captivates you, doesn't it, Tacey?
It does, absolutely. I look around here and I'm just amazed. I see the dancers and everyone just kind of doing their Indian dance. And I think it's awesome. I love the outfits. There's so much detail in your outfit right here. First of all, the hat, the feathers in the hat. Tell me a little bit about the traditions that you guys have and how the outfits play in with that.
There's a song called Sneak Up Dance. And
Sneak up dance?
yeah, and like we're gonna sneak up on an enemy.
Okay.
And
So this is for war.
pretty much.
You guys use this as warriors.
Yeah.
And then what about the beautiful headband right here that covers your eyes?
Oh, that just so the young ladies won't know I'm looking at them. No, they used to use paint, on their face, but I had a person just figure this out for me so I won't have to mess with paint every time, because a lot of times I participate in the rodeos and then I have to come dress up.
I think this guy knows a little bit about the painting the face, right? He can relate.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Painting the face to go to work is a little awkward. Wearing makeup working nights, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing as his business. We gotta rush and get it just right. My Indian name was given to me from Yakima. My great uncle Leo Yellup gave me my Indian name Sapithkum. There's no real meaning to it. It's just the Indian name. It comes from the Wenatchee Pum tribe. up here, and I was raised in Wiley City and Tampico area.
I tell you, it's awesome. You can feel it when you come in here and you see the Indian village. It kind of really it takes you back to the old Wild West, and it shows you just how important our Indian brothers are in the development, not only of our culture now, but our culture in the past. We love having you. Thanks for being here on the show, man.
Very much. Thank you very much, and I'm glad to meet you, sir.
You bet. There you go. You just strapped in Ellensburg, baby.
Strapping in here in Ellensburg, Washington, I just ran into a rodeo fan that's been coming here for 4 years now. Now, you say you're a vendor here at the rodeo. You work with the ATMs. You got a lot of money, huh?
Washington ATMs. Remember that.
Washington ATMs, don't forget. Now, what's your favorite part about coming to the Ellensburg Rodeo?
You gotta love the expos. That's what we always come here for. So we have a good time watching that.
I just grabbed Sissy. She has been a rodeo fan in Ellensburg since she was 14 years old. You've been coming out to this rodeo. Tell me your favorite thing about the Ellensburg Rodeo.
Well, the big thing's always the bull riding.
The bull riding. And now they have the bullfighters only. So we've got the bullfighters out there. I'm sure you got a chance to catch a little bit of that action as well. What did you think?
Those guys are amazing, and they save so many injuries. It's incredible. And boy, if I don't come out for the bull riders, I come out for the other ones too.
I found some family rodeo fans. This is your first time out at Ellensburg Rodeo. What did you think of the rodeo?
We were really impressed. Just the whole community coming together and how much fun it was.
An absolute fun family event for the whole entire family, and that's what we love about rodeos. Now, sweetheart, I love your get up here. I love your cute little pink cowgirl hat. What did you think of the rodeo? What was your very favorite part?
I liked the rodeo. My favorite part was the bull riding.
The bull riding, absolutely. That's incredible, huh? Can you imagine staying on top of a bull for 8 seconds?
No.
No, absolutely not. That's a long time, really, huh? Well, thank you guys so much. We hope you guys enjoy the Ellensburg Rodeo and come back next year strapping in.
My husband's the manager at the Red Bluff Roundup, and so it works out really well for us because he can go to a lot of the rodeos with me and do his business, and I get to run barrels, and we can all do it together, so it works out well. Rodeo is not glamorous. I think a lot of people just see the 17 seconds in the arena and everything that you're winning. But it takes a lot leading up to that to make that run happen on that specific day. You're on the road I've been gone for 2 months now, away from home. So to have the family support is really important, and it makes it a lot easier to, get down the road when you have somebody there in your corner. I like to just hang out with my family and ride colts. I have some younger horses coming up, and so we've always raised our horses. We have her mother, and she is a half-sister to my old NFR horse, and so we've never done it any other way. We've always just grown our own horses and trained them ourselves. So I'm so proud of her. We raised her, my dad trained her, and she's just a homegrown horse that just really came on strong this summer. And I rodeoed for a long time, and it's so hard to win first at a rodeo, and we did it this weekend.
Coming up next, there's some rainbow trout out there, I hear, and I'm excited to see those fish.
Pond 5. Pond 5.
Hey, we're in Ellensburg right now. You've strapped in with us, but we've broke away from the rodeo grounds. In fact, we are on Washington's only blue ribbon trout stream right here on the Yakima River. It's beautiful. We're at Red's Fly Fishing Shop, and it's about to get crazy because we are going to learn how to fly fish today.
And this is my first time fly fishing. What about you, JJ?
Oh, I've fly fished for years. Okay, no, this is my first time too. I'm going to be honest with you.
So this is pretty exciting. This is JJ's first.
Yeah, it's like my dad said, man, try it. You just might love it.
I'm ready to catch some rainbow trout. I'll see you out there.
Come on, let's go.
Pond 5. Pond 5.
We're here at Red's Fly Shop. It's a riverside fly shop and restaurant in the Yakima River Canyon, and it's been here greater than 40 years. It existed as a campground before the current owners bought it, and now we have a beautiful lodge, restaurant, and a world-class fly shop. We do guiding and outfitting, obviously sell a lot of fly fishing product, but we actually can float right to and from our riverside location here, so it makes Red's a really, really unique fly fishing destination.
Pond 5.
I've been a pro fly fishing guide for 17 seasons, which I feel very blessed to be able to say that. I've definitely exceeded the lifespan of most fly fishing guides. It's a different adventure every day, but one thing's constant is the guests that we see here at Red's are just wonderful people. They're coming out just to have a great time fly fishing or doing outdoor adventures. So we're really lucky in this industry to get to see people at their absolute best.
Pond 5. Pond 5.
Hey everybody, we're strapping in back behind the scenes in Ellensburg, Washington. Cruising around, I found one of my favorite guys on the planet, Ben Londo, incredible rodeo athlete. The thing I love about Ben, he did it the right way. Started at the college level and kind of honed his skills. Now when I say that, I think that's an undersell of the universe because he was the bareback national champion for a year and then twice was the national all-around collegiate champion. And that's a pretty big deal. What's cool about Ben is he's taken that leadership, he's taken that ability, and he's transferred it into a very successful rodeo career. Being a Northwest guy, how proud are you when you pull a check or you pull a buckle out of one of these great Northwest rodeos?
Man, I mean, for me, and I could be biased, and I'm sure you are too, but this time of year up in the Northwest, these are the best rodeos in the world. Pendleton, Ellensburg, Walla Walla. I mean, the list goes on, and this time of year, it's just rodeos in the air, and these rodeos just exemplify what rodeo's been for the last 100 years. And it's really an honor to come and compete at all these good rodeos, and to do well is just that much of a bonus.
You understand that rodeo is something that's growing, and our fans are so critical for us. Anytime there's an autograph session, anytime there's a fan that has any interest in you, I watch you do this. You give them your time. Even when you're dog tired, a bronc has just jumped on you, you've had I don't know how many knee surgeries, you're hurting, I can tell, and yet you're the guy that stops and talks to that kid along the fence. Why do you do that?
I think that's the whole thing that makes our sport what it is. You know, the personalities and then the integrity that is what rodeo cowboys and rodeo athletes are is what makes this sport what it is. And for us not to take the time and to pass that up and maybe not stand for a Pledge of Allegiance or a national anthem is just, it's not the cowboy way, it's not rodeo. So we have to go the other way and do all we can to promote our sport and keep it in the eyes of, the up and coming youth and just, people in general.
You came in, what year are you as the head coach of the Cal Poly Rodeo team?
I'm starting my 4th year there.
4 years. Cal Poly's known as a good rodeo program. It's always had a good reputation, but when Ben took the reins of this program, it's absolutely exploded in so many ways. Talk about that program.
To have 70 strong in our rodeo program going and being competitive in not only our local regional finals every year, but at the national level every year is pretty amazing, because these students aren't just rodeoing and taking some online classes. They're out there, really hitting the books, getting quality educations.
Now, does that take a toll on getting some rough stock kids to come to Cal Poly?
It does, but we've still got some really strong rough stock students.
Tell you what, there's no better man for the job. Ben Londo, PRCA bronc rider, champion all the way around, but just one heck of a good guy. Thanks a lot for the time, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for strapping in. Coming up on Strapping In.
You can know music and you can know rodeo, but if you don't know the equipment side, without sound during a show, you're done.
Woo, what's up? Thanks for strapping in, everybody. Let's go rodeo!
Pond 5.
So here we are, we're back behind the scenes, the double back behind, because when you strap in, you get to go back there. One thing about rodeo, it has got to stay current. It's got to stay with the times, and the best way to do that is with a sound man. Now, we've got one of the best in the industry right here, Jason Buchanan, Pro Rodeo Sound. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Oh, thank you very much for the kind words, JJ.
So here's the deal. Your job, and you've seen this, you've seen it evolve. How has it changed over the years?
Well, it went from the old school, very little music in rodeo if there was, pretty old west, and that's really cool, and that was really cool for that era. But things have changed, and as we've seen football games, hockey, a crowd's coming to expect more music, more entertainment value, more production value. you know, a big portion of our fans are people that are actually not in rodeo. They're from the city and they want to come see what this is about.
I made you play a Russian dance song last night.
Exactly. I mean, my repertoire has to be huge of the kind of the music that I have, and you know, you can know music and you can know rodeo, but if you don't know the equipment side, you can end up in the middle of a performance and be down, and without sound during a show, you're done.
I tell you what, you don't get this kind of stuff unless you strap in. Jason Buchanan, you're always going to be my best pal, buddy.
On to 5.
Next time on Strapping In. What do you spend your money on, man?
Booze and girls. Just kidding.
I'm